I'm Paul.
What have you done to him?
He fainted.
Yeah, but you made him faint.
But it's not like I set my phaser to faint.
You've got a phaser?
You worked with George Romero in Land of the Dead, and you met Sigourney Weaver for this. Is there anyone you're still holding out for to work with?
De Niro. It would be good to work with Bobby.
Bobby De
Call him
Niro.
Bobby, I suppose. Just amazing people, you know, people that work hard and.
Ian Smith, he played Harold Bishop in Neighbours, I guess. With the big ambition.
One of the big ones. That neck piece comes off.
I like actually talking of Australian people that we admire. We love Chris Lilly, and that was such a huge, brilliant show. Summer Heights High. I'd like to see him again. I'm sure he must have something in the works, right? You guys would probably know. Right. Angry Birds.
Angry Birds.
Oh, okay.
There is, weirdly, they are developing Angry Birds, the movie, which is a terrible, terrible shame.
Brand recognition is one of the worst things to happen to Hollywood. It's just like everything now has to be known. It's really great that, you know, I'm amazed that we got our film made, considering, although people have heard of the name Paul before, obviously.
That's the only reason it got
That's the only reason it got made.
greenlit.
Was Simon the one that wanted to be an actor and you were just his friend and you kind of tagged along?
Actually, weirdly, another actor called Nick Frost in England, and when like the people who commissioned Spaced said, "Oh, look, what about this Nick Frost guy?" They looked at the other Nick Frost, so it seemed that I was an actor.
Edgar, to be honest, Edgar was a little bit unsure when I said, it's true. When I said, Nick, I've got this guy, my friend Nick, I want him to play Mike in Spaced. Edgar was like, really? And I was like, yeah, trust me, it'll be really good. And I was fucking right. And I think, you know, but the fact is, if Nick hadn't have been able to act, he would have disappeared at Spaced, you know, but the fact is, all I did was say, come and play in this garden, and he did. And, you know, the fact that you're still acting is proof that he was good at it. I think it's a healthy time for filmmakers. We were just having a discussion with this about this the other night, and the fact that, you know, when
with
the
Peter
likes
Jackson.
of... Huh?
With Peter Jackson.
With Peter Jackson. Yes, I didn't say that, but it was with Peter Jackson.
Well,
yes.
fuck it.
But Peter Jackson and Edgar and a lot of people, you know, that are making films these days, Raimi, you know, Tarantino, all these guys started making films themselves. You know, they got off their asses. Edgar's a great example. He made loads of Super 8 movies and videos, and, you know, and through doing that, through just sheer finding out about filmmaking and doing it guerrilla style, he got to the point when he was asked to direct television, and then through that he, you know, graduated into film. This is an age when we've got fucking cameras on our phones, you know, and editing programs as well, and we can make films. It's easier to make films now. So if you have an idea, you can pretty much get a group of people together, get out there and make a film, and you can put it on the internet, and if it's any good, it will get some attention, and that can, do you know what I mean? So this is a fertile time for filmmaking. And if you do have a yen to pursue it, then you've got a lot more opportunity at your fingertips than Edgar and Sam Raimi and Peter did, and they're fucking huge now. So, you know, I would say keep your feet on the floor and keep reaching for the stars. No, you know, it's a good time.
I know I'm going to sound like an old bloke here, but I think there's no substitute for hard work, and I've only found that out in the last kind of 12 years, that you just have to fucking keep working and just keep at it, you know. I think, sorry. It wasn't very funny, but...
Just wondering, you always allude to like fanboy moments with Spielberg and times you freaked out. I'm just wondering what was like one of the best ones you've had.
I sat, just before Sigourney was cast, I sat with Greg Mottola in a swanky LA hotel watching Sigourney Weaver eat a chicken Caesar salad, which was amazing. I just kind of... She went and we cuddled, and then I texted my wife, I've just fucking watched Sigourney Weaver eat a chicken Caesar salad. So it's little things for me, you know.
Anyone who says they don't get that thrill is either dead below the waist or neck. Let's say neck.
Let's just say dead.
Or lying. You know, I think for me, when I was filming Star Trek and I had scenes with Leonard Nimoy, one of the weirdest things was.
Just in case anyone hadn't seen it.
One of the weirdest things was acting with Spock and not Leonard Nimoy. He was Spock. He was being Spock. He was being a character that I'd known since I was 9, maybe 8 years old. And he was talking to me. He was Spock. And I was having to be Scotty, but I kept having to sort of concentrate because I kept thinking, Spock's talking to me. You know? It's really him and he's talking talking to me? And that was quite bizarre. It's an odd thing to meet a character that you, not just the actor, but the character that you've known all your life. That's a very weird experience. I've just got some exciting news, but I can't say anything about it. Oh, never mind. Sorry.
Why juice them up like that then?
All right. When my daughter's 7, she's going to go on a skiing trip. It's very exciting. No, it'll be announced soon.
To round things up, obviously, I'd just like to talk about the future. I believe that the world will finally understand what the hell Ghost Protocol means.
Ah, yes, it will. It was a real fun movie to do. And it's also got Jeremy Renner in it, who's fantastic, from The Town and from Hurt Locker, and Paula Patton, and Michael Nyqvist from The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. It's just an amazing cast. And Tom as well, who's just like, you know, he's amazing. He's like the most committed actor I've ever seen in my life. He's 100% on every single corner. And you. You're not as committed. I mean, you can take it or leave it, really. I mean, you sort of like, about 1 o'clock you want to chip off, don't you?
Yeah,
of
course I do. Well, traffic, it'd take me 2 hours if I don't leave at 1 to get home, so that's why I start at 6. I don't feel guilty pissing off at 1 o'clock.
The Secret of the Unicorn, Thompson with a P, Thompson without a P. Do you bring this interchange that we have so enjoyed tonight to those characters, or are you rigidly locked between the visions of Messrs. Jackson and Spielberg?
Look, the answer is yes. I mean, I think that's why we were brought on board. But we can't say anything. We literally can't say anything about it. And I can sense that there are kind of
snipers looking at us right now.
Right now.
Yeah. We saw some of it when we just did some stuff in Wellington, and it looks amazing. I mean, it's just a beautiful, beautiful thing. It's really, you know, imagine that kind of, all right. But with Steven Spielberg's sensibility and that palette, and it's Hergé. I mean, I don't know if you guys are familiar with TinTin, but it's going to be great. And the interesting thing is, when Steven released Raiders in 1981, someone in Europe said, oh, it's a bit like TinTin, isn't it? And he said, what are you talking about? And he went and discovered it and bought the rights, as you would do if you're Steven Spielberg, and has been sitting on it.
That's what you do.
That's what you do. He's been sitting on it for 30 years, and only now, with the performance capture technology enabling him to do it how he wanted, has he been able to do it in conjunction with Peter Jackson and Weta, and it's going to be great, I think.